That's better.
Yeah.
This is good. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Des Roulette and this is Chris.
I'm Chris.
And today we are taking the Valentine's Day couples Q&A because I've really enjoyed when we did my boyfriend does my makeup challenge. So I wanted to make sure that we could add some more couples challenges to my channel. Since today's Valentine's Day, I thought that it was the perfect time to just take this quick Q&A. So
I'm kind of nervous.
Right? Let's get started. How did you meet?
Well, do you want to take this one? Do you want me to take it?
I want to hear your response and then I'll jump in maybe.
Okay, how did we meet? We could take it back to when we were kind of like sliding into each other's DMs on Instagram. Started very casual from what I remember. And then we started talking a little more. You gave me your number, I believe,
that
right?
Is probably true.
Yeah, and then I like texted you and then we ended up sending voice notes.
Yes. I was so happy you had an iPhone.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was the other thing. I was like, if she's got green bubbles, it ain't gonna work.
It's a no-go, and I felt the same way.
I remember I was cooking that day, and that's why I was sending the voice notes, because I couldn't type and like do all the stuff. And then I told her I had a past thing, one of her friends. Nothing bad.
That's what I was wondering how we were gonna get started that way, because we didn't technically meet through Ashley, you know?
No.
But
there's a big connection.
Yeah, there's a decade-old connection, more than a decade. You added me on Facebook in 2010.
That was after Ashley?
Ashley and I were just getting friendly right around that time.
Well, Monday Night Bear Club, was that a thing? Mm-hmm. That's probably what it was. I'm obsessed. I don't know if you can insert the picture here. They did a photo shoot, her old band, and I was obsessed with this one shot, and she looked so hot. And maybe I didn't know your MySpace, and maybe you came up and like suggested friends. I was like, oh my god, that's the chick. So then I must have added her. Fast forward, I'm cooking, we're talking. I think we casually said, oh, we should have a movie night. Tentatively made plans to watch the movie one night. I just never followed through because I was just kind of stuck in my ways. I just kind of liked being on my own.
I wasn't like trying to start a relationship. I mean, I knew that there was something there, but I also just getting divorced and I have all these plans to move. Although I did have lots of lonely moments that I thought some company would be nice. So I ended up just saying like, I don't have anything to lose. And I think I was just feeling like, why should I be insecure about just being straight up about things? I want to be always open and honest and transparent. And a lot of the issues I've had in the past with other relationships or friendships or people in general is lack of honesty and people also holding back from saying things, and then when you feel like your needs aren't being met, it like grows resentment. So that's another can of worms. The bottom line is I was like, I don't have anything to lose. I mentioned to Chris, we can do a movie night on Friday, or if not, like I'm working on Sunday if you want to swing by the bar. And he ended up coming to the restaurant. So that was really the first time we saw each other in person.
And actually we had this discussion last night. The universe was throwing me signs left and right. Before I even met her and came to her job, she had texted me and said, hey, you know, would you mind stopping before you come to the restaurant and bring me an energy drink? I love energy drinks. It was Bang that you wanted specifically. So I was like, oh, heck yeah, you know, I picked it up. I asked her what flavor she wanted. I came to the restaurant and coincidentally, there's these two guys sitting next to me. And they were a bit tipsy, you know, just being very chatty Cathy's. One of the guys pointed out, he was like, I could see the connection between you two. I'm gonna be invited to your wedding. This guy was predetermining our future. Again, at the time, I was just like, it's some drunk guy, whatever. But like thinking back to it, pretty insane.
Looked at us and I guess looked at our chemistry or something.
He saw something.
And literally predicted like everything that was gonna happen. He was right.
Yeah.
Chris was only gonna stay at the bar for like an hour. You were just gonna come, have a drink,
and
like,
pick up
order
pizza
to go. He ended up sitting at the bar for 4 hours. You left the restaurant and my coworker Allie was like, let's have some wine tonight. And I said, oh, I didn't get any. We didn't bring any. We didn't stop anywhere. And Chris had literally just walked out. So I texted him and asked him if he would stop at the store and get a bottle of wine for me. And he said yes, which was really super sweet and impressed me immediately, and then refused to take money from me for it. So I met him in the parking lot to grab the bottle of wine, and this is COVID time. So he's got the mask on. I have to come out with my mask on. He hands me the wine and I thank him, and then I just pull down his mask and just
It didn't feel little though. It felt very big.
Did it feel big?
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
you're in love with me.
Yeah, that's with the sparks of the fireworks.
But then that was it. So I gave him a little kiss and I said thanks. And I turned around and went inside. And he looked kind of stunned and I was kind of pleased with myself. But then I was, expecting like him to be all up in my business. And that's not what happened. We had made plans to do the movie night and he canceled.
Yeah, because
He only canceled on me once, like once we actually...
Oh, right, yes.
In the beginning, you were just slow to actually nail anything down. But then once we had the plans, I was like psyched about it. I was like telling my mom about you and like sending her pictures and stuff. But right, so you canceled on me once. And then I saw you posting stories on your Instagram that Friday of you at home by yourself drinking a beer. And I was like, he's obviously not interested because we can do that together. That right there is a movie night. So when he canceled that Wednesday, I said, okay, well, the ball is in your court then. Like, I'm basically done, like, checking in with you. It's gonna be in your hands now, whether or not we see each other again. Mm-hmm. That turned out to be wrong as well, okay? Because it was then on that Sunday.
What's wrong with me?
I don't know.
I was also, not recently divorced, because it was about a year, and I was like still trying to figure out like what I'm doing. But yeah, it wasn't anything against her. You're beautiful, you're great. I mean, yeah. I was just in my own head of like, oh, now I have this freedom to just do nothing.
Well,
like, it's not even like I did anything.
I had the same situation. I was just so happy to have my own space.
Yeah, and
now it's all ruined. So in that way, you predicted correctly that us connecting was going to ruin everything.
Well, there's no alone time, which I'm happy about.
You won't let me leave.
Yeah, I won't. I'm gonna bring that back.
So then that Sunday, I asked you to come to the Orangetown Diner and you kind of blew it off. And that was the day that I said, like, bro, why don't you want to see me? And then I watched you bubbles, 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 and the text wouldn't come and the bubbles would stop. And then I waited and there's bubbles, 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 and then the text wouldn't come.
I'm trying to remember what
and the bubbles would stop. And I was like, he's trying to find a way to be like, yeah, maybe you're right, or he's gonna tell me that he's seeing somebody else. And I was like, I don't care what it is. Like, if it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. Be straight up with me, at least I know. It's not like I have anything to lose. If he's not interested, at least I know that he's not interested and I can move forward with my life and look for somebody else to hang out with. I ended up cementing plans with me that following week, and then that was our first date, which is question number 2.
Oh.
First date. Wanted to find a halfway point. So I looked on a map and I found Cuba in Fort Lee because it was one of the higher rated restaurants there. And it was like Asian fusion.
Asian fusion, man, this place was so good.
Agreed to meet at 7 p.m. I told him that I was gonna get all gussy up.
She came looking fine.
Yeah, I looked really pretty. And I Ubered there because I knew I was gonna be drinking because I was nervous. This is how immersed in conversation we were. Got there at 7 p.m., ordered a couple drinks, ordered chicharron and calamari, and that's all that we ate. And it took us 4 hours just to eat.
And we didn't even finish. Not that anyone knows me, but I had planned on getting like dinner, and like me not getting dinner at this place is like a big deal. That's how like engrossed we were with each other and conversation.
Yeah.
And that's how much it was just flowing. Insane. And there were points we didn't even touch the dish for like 30 minutes because we were just talking. Yeah, good times.
And then I sent him pictures from the bathroom.
Nutty ones.
With my dress pulled up. And then so when we left, he wasn't ready to end the evening, so he offered to drive me home. And I was like, I like that.
Also, you had told me that you were on Trophy Scars.
Trophy Scars.
And she was like, I'm all over this record. So, or when I drove her home, I was like, we gotta put that record on. Then we put it on, then we were listening to her. And then that's when I was like, oh man, this girl's super talented. Shit. And yeah, it's another thing that like drew me closer to you.
And then we made out.
Not in the car, like a couple of teenagers.
We started
Although
in the car.
we did, right? Was it at the restaurant?
You were gonna drop me off. No. You were dropping me off and I was getting out of the car and we kissed before I got out of the car, and then we were kissing in the car and not separating, and so I was like, do you just want to like come in for a nightcap? And then you came in, we made out for like an hour. It was a whirlwind, a lot of emotions, a lot of interest, a lot of tension flying around. And
I'll be honest, I thought I was gonna...
You thought you were gonna smash?
Yeah, the first night. Well, only when you said you want to come inside. But I'm glad we didn't.
Me too. I wanted to push it out a little. I didn't want to do it just then.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, I did.
Well, right.
But it's better
physically, but not mentally. And we didn't do anything. All we did was kiss. There was nothing else that happened. There was no clothes taken off or anything. And I'm happy that that's how it went.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we waited. After that night, he went home, and the next day he asked me if I wanted to go pumpkin picking. The following day, we didn't even pick pumpkins. We just like walked through the corn maze for hours and hours and hours, and just talked for hours.
Again,
and hours.
it flew by. It was so easy.
We've been inseparable basically since.
Yeah.
The next question is, how long have you been together?
I consider it since October 2nd. October 2nd is really the day that I was like hooked, and that's the day I consider us being together from. Yeah.
So October to November, December, January, February. So 4 months, almost 5.
Still so new.
I know. It seems like such a small amount of time.
It does, but I feel like I've known you forever. Which is like,
I feel like we've been together forever.
October 2nd is where we counted from.
Yeah.
Not the official day. I technically asked her out on December 5th.
Right. Are we married?
No.
We were both married to other people previously. Age difference is a year and a month.
May 5th.
June 8th. Yay!
Look at that.
Who is older? Me.
She is.
I am. Who was interested first? No, but you, then again, it depends on how you classify it. Because when you would have added me on Facebook, you added me because you thought I was attractive.
Right, yes.
So that was some kind of interest.
Yes.
As far as actually getting together. Was it me though? Because you wrote into my DMs, didn't you? I'm pretty sure you responded to my stories a couple times. And like that was kind of what
I was
got
definitely
me to
attracted to you.
Because I've never reached out to anybody like that cold. I think that you responded to my stories a couple times. And it might have just been like a quick response, like a fire emoji or like a laughing face or something.
Yeah.
But it happened a couple times. And then after that was probably when I opened the conversation or became more conversational. So I probably was the one still who like initiated deeper contact.
Yeah, I would say that too.
I'm pretty sure that you made yourself notice.
I think that's what it was. I was throwing it out there and hopefully she'd pick up on it and then like engage more, and then it was like, here we go.
So a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. So the answer to that is both.
Both. Equal.
Yeah. Who is taller?
I am.
You are. Who said I love you first?
She said it first, yeah. I needed to make sure. It just took me a little more time to. She is such a great person that she deserves to be truly loved, and I didn't want to just throw it out there just because she said it. And I knew it wasn't gonna feel good for her by me not saying it back. But
no, I didn't want you to say it until you were ready to say it, and that's like a fact. I am who I am. I accept myself completely. I know that I'm ultra intense. I know that I'm a lot, but that's who I am, and I'm not going to dull my shine, even if it's scary. And I wanted to be upfront and honest about how I felt, and just because I felt a certain way or I was ready to say that I was feeling that way, shouldn't put any pressure on him to say it or to feel that way. And again, I have nothing to lose, right? I'm not gonna pretend that I'm something I'm not in a relationship, because that's what happens in the early stages. You act a certain way. If you think you're too much, you might hold yourself back, and then the person you think you're getting to know isn't actually being their honest and genuine truest self. And that's a problem for me. I didn't want to waste my time, and I didn't want to waste his. So that was another thing on our first date. We agreed to be completely open and honest. When I told you I loved you, I said, don't say it back.
That's true,
I said, I'm not
say
saying it because I want you to say it or because I need your reassurance. I'm saying it because you need to know. This is what I feel, and I knew it. There was no question that this was the realest situation that I'd ever been involved in, ever.
See? And then fast forward, I eventually said it because I was beyond sure. And then here we are now.
He even cried a little one night wanting to say it.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Remember? Early on. Oh my God.
Yeah. Emotional.
But it was sweet, it was so cute. Who's the most impatient?
Probably me.
No.
No? I would think I'm more impatient.
Maybe.
My entire life. Go, Monday through Friday. So like even on the weekends, like when we don't really have anything to do, just getting out the door. If it's not before a certain time, I'm like, oh, we're late. But late for what, my guy?
I think you are more impatient than me.
I just realized your shirt also kind of matches your couch.
It does. Okay, who's the most sensitive? It's a hard one.
It's definitely a hard one.
We're both sensitive.
Yeah, I would say equal. I wouldn't say like you're more, I'm more.
Okay, who's the loudest? Probably me. Maybe just because I'm always singing. Who's the most stubborn?
I would say you. Yeah, definitely you.
Definitely me. Who falls asleep first? Chris.
Yeah.
It actually has happened a couple times that I go to bed first.
A couple times, but usually.
Only because I've been waking up with you early now. Because there were some nights, like in the very beginning of our relationship, when I was still staying home, there were a few nights that he was texting me when he was just waking up in the morning at 4:10 a.m. that I was still awake from the night before.
That's right. Yes, there were a couple times.
Yeah, because I'm such a night owl and I always have been, and I'm not a morning person. Really done a 180.
Completely. She's up at, she slowly started just waking up with me and chilling. And then she slowly started like doing some editing in the morning. And then now she's strength training, guys. In the morning with me. 4:10. Are you doing that? 4:10 in the morning? I'm in bed at 8 o'clock because I wake up so early.
Right.
Strength training in the morning and then working my, day job all day by the time you get home.
All right. Who cooks better?
Like, that's not even a question. Simple. Her, hands down.
I like to cook for you.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. All right, who's the better morning person? You are.
Me.
All right, who's the better driver? This is a good one.
I would say you based on everyone's opinion about my driving, but I think I'm a good driver.
Oh, really? See,
yeah,
I would say you only because you commute in and out of Manhattan.
Because if you can drive in and out of Manhattan, you're a damn good driver.
Who's the most competitive?
Probably you, because I do not give a crap.
Really?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay. I don't think that I'm competitive in a traditional way, but I think there's a little bit of competitiveness in me on some level.
That's good, though.
Who's the funniest?
I'd say we're both pretty hilarious.
It's me.
That was funny.
Oh. Okay. Where do you eat out most as a couple? Mexican. Because we've had Mexican food the most.
Yeah, but if we were going restaurant-wise, we don't go out to it. We get it delivered. It's Daisy's Grill. Yeah. Now I'm hungry.
I want to eat.
Just eat.
Who's more social?
Probably you.
You think? I haven't checked my DMs in like 2 months. Like, I can't even write back to my family. I don't know. I have moments. I think that we are the same there as well. Who's the neat freak?
Probably you, because you clean more.
Yeah. I need my space to be very tidy. He's generally pretty tidy too. But I'm probably more so.
Yeah. So it just works.
Yeah.
Good fit.
Where was your first kiss?
Here in your in the car.
Your car.
Yes.
And it was outside of my apartment in your car.
Yes.
That was our first peek out. Our first kiss was in the parking lot of Woodstone.
Oh yeah. That's our first kiss. Yeah, that's a first kiss.
And that was September 16th.
Yep.
So we've been together even longer. Okay. How long did it take to get serious? A week.
Yeah.
If that.
For me, it was definitely the day after we hung out on our first date, because that's why I hit her up and I was like, "Hey, do you want to hang out tomorrow?" I knew something was there for sure from that moment.
Oh yeah. Who's indecisive?
You.
Me, 100%.
Yeah.
I can never make a decision. Who spends more?
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah, you.
I buy Built Bar like once a week. Who is the first to admit when they're wrong? We haven't had a lot of instances where one of us was wrong. There haven't been many conversations where somebody admitting fault was relevant.
Right.
And that's another reason why Chris and I are so compatible, is we are so similar about so many of these things that it really elevates the level of respect that I think we have for each other, and it increases our compatibility tenfold because it wipes out like the weird tension or resentment or competitiveness. It just really puts us on a level playing field.
Yeah.
So I think you and I are both just as likely to admit if we feel that we're wrong.
Absolutely.
Who has more tattoos? Chris.
Yeah.
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I only have like 4 in comparison to you.
In comparison to me, I'm like, you have a lot. What are you talking about?
We did already get a matching tattoo though.
No.
Who sings better?
Her. Why is that even did you have to ask that one? Midnight. See, clearly I'm the better singer.
I know, right? You guys heard that. Who hogs the remote?
I'm in control of it more, but we watch the same things.
And I like that. I like when you're in the driver's seat, and it's also good that I know that we agree on things that we're watching. Okay, did you go to the same high school?
No.
Where's the furthest you two have traveled together? This is a COVID response. Detroit, New York.
Yeah. Now things are getting a little looser because we're going to New Orleans in May, but we would have 100% gone on a like trip already, like flown somewhere. We would have been to New Orleans already or Disney.
I've never been to Disney. Chris is gonna take me.
Damn right.
Okay, this is the last question. Who drives when you're going somewhere together?
Mostly me.
Yeah. I am like old school in that regard. I prefer for like the man to drive, to transport me. Like it feels chivalrous in a way, but I'm also modern enough that like it's give and take.
She don't need no man, she's independent.
That's right. But that's it, that's the last question.
Oh.
We're in love. We're in love. Oh, we're disgustingly in love and everybody knows. Oh. That was unexpected. How's my makeup taste?
Like makeup.
This flavor's a flavor.
Anywho!
Thanks for watching, and I hope that this helps you guys to feel closer to us. Leave your judgments down in the comments below.
Let us know how disgustingly cute we are, and like the video!
Yeah, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down,
Whichever.
and make sure you hit that subscribe button, even if you don't like me, because we're friends, right? We're friends.
Yeah, we're all friends here.
Bye!